Good morning everyone, today I want to talk about the SG support scratch because there have been a lot of questions regarding how a lot of the new capsules work. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to showcase over here is the SG support item select November 2023, and as we look at the prize list over here, nothing is new here. The prize list is exactly the same, nothing's actually new here. However, Sega has added new items to the scratch, however, it's in the scratch count bonus. Now, unfortunately, you need to scratch a whopping 95 times to get this new item, and it is called the Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute. If we read its description over here, it says, remove material requirements for enhancing a preset skill. So by default, most people will assume after reading this description that, hey, I can just use this to replace a Flugelguard weapon, for example. Let's say that I get a Flugelguard Fix of 4, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to upgrade it to a Fix of 5. I'd be able to use this enhancement substitute as a replacement. However, when we come to the item lab over here, and when we go to enhance preset skills over here, first of all, you're going to select your base item. So for today's example, we're going to just use a Golden Prim Sword 2. So I'm going to click on this. This one has a Fix of 4 Fatale. I'm going to click on it, and this menu will always pop up, the material item selection. Unfortunately, that substitute capsule does not show up here. I actually need another Golden Prim Sword with another Fix of 4 to click on this to get to this stage right here. And only after I get to this menu, Confirmation Preset Skill Enhancement, and then under Item Preservers over here, you'll find the Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute, which you can select. And after you select the Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute, you're going to notice, as you can see right here, items selected as materials, it actually changes to the Preset Enhancement Substitute. And because of how this Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute works, you can probably see the problem. So that means if I want to add a Fixa on my Flugelguard weapon, I'm going to need another Flugelguard weapon anyway, and on top of that, I'm going to need the Material Enhancement Substitute in order to just add a level 1 Fixa onto this. It's kind of counterintuitive in the way that you need another weapon anyway in order to get to the last step to actually use the substitute. I think it's very backwards. I really hope Sega looks into this and fixes it so that I can just go to Enhancement Preset Skills, select my Flugelguard weapon, and the substitute will just pop up right here. Like maybe if I go to Material Storage, if I go to All Storage or whatever, it should just pop up right here. And I can just immediately use the substitute over here instead of having to go out of my way to get another Flugelguard weapon just as a placeholder to get to the last step. It just doesn't make much sense. And because Sega made it so complicated and so expensive, I will not be pulling on the SG support item select, simply because the main thing that I actually wanted was of course the Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute, but it requires you to pull a whopping 95 times. I don't even have enough star gems to pull 95 times. To pull 95 times would cost you 4,750 star gems. I don't even have that much. I'm at 4,200 star gems. It would literally bankrupt me to pull for the Preset Skill Enhancement Substitute, and so I just don't think it's worth it, and I'm not going to be pulling for it. Now, regarding the actual items that you can get from the SG support item select, it's not that bad to be honest, because you can get Gigas Master S, Gladiosol S, High El Domina S, as well as Mastery 4S. I don't really care about Mastery 4S, and then you've also got a pretty high chance of getting all of the different triple S's, which is also pretty nice. So you can't really lose in this scratch. It's just how much star gems are you willing to spend? That is the main question, because you know, I'm assuming most people probably have around the same amount of star gems or less than me, and I don't think I know a lot of people who have a lot of star gems. Maybe like a handful of people who have like 10,000 star gems, but I only know like 3 people who have more than 10,000 star gems. So I mean, if you're one of those 3 people, then by all means feel free to pull, because you can't really lose as all of the items in the pool over here are pretty useful. Now, if you do decide to pull 40 to 80 times for these selector tickets, the item that I would highly recommend is of course going to be the Preset Skill Item Protection level 4, simply because this is the most flexible one. This protection over here will work for all levels of fixes, whether it be a Fixa 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them will work. And obviously once you get it to Fixa 5, there's nothing higher than that, so you're good to go. You also can't go wrong with the 40% enhancement success rate booster, because that will increase your chances to 50% success rate, which is also really nice. So, you know, it's a toss up between these two. You can just pick any of these two, whatever you personally need, and you're good to go. But if you're in the same boat as me and you have a Flugel weapon without a Fixa and you want to get like a Fixa 2 or a Fixa 3 on it, unfortunately it's going to be incredibly expensive star gems wise as well as Meseta wise in order to do so. So because of that, just to gain that extra 2 to 5% DPS increase, I can't really justify it. Like, sure, the DPS increase is awesome, but looking at how much it actually costs in order to do that, I don't think it's worth it in my personal opinion. I would much rather save my Meseta as well as save my star gems for future scratches and cosmetic items instead, or maybe when the Flugel weapon series goes down in price where it's a little bit more affordable. At its current state of going at about 100 million, it's still a little bit too expensive to justify getting a fix on it. Like, if you get it from a drop, congratulations, but other than that, it's very, very difficult to justify it unless you're a billionaire. So hopefully this clarifies things regarding the SG support scratch. Personally, I think the SG support scratch is still good if you have the star gems and if you can afford it. You know, if you're one of the 3 people with 10,000 star gems or more, definitely pull on it. I don't think you can lose anything by getting all of these protections and, you know, Fixa enhancement stuff. But if you are in the same scenario like me, where you don't have that many star gems, you know, you're under 5,000 star gems, I would be a little bit more conservative with your star gems because, you know, as we know, we need star gems for material storage as well as, you know, other stuff. So you might want to be a little bit more conservative on this scratch itself, because scratching 95 times or spending 4,750 star gems just for that material substitute, it's too expensive. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think anyone should really spend that many star gems on just that substitute item, unless, again, you're one of those 3 people with 10,000 star gems. Then it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'll spend 50% of my star gems to get this protection, and I still have another 5,000 star gems left. So if you're one of those few people, then sure, by all means, it's perfectly fine to spend the star gems. But for the average player, this is a very hard sell, and I really can't recommend it.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.